Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to the pig room, or welcome to the pig room if you are new here. We have some chores to get done today for my messy piggies, but I figured I wanted to bring you guys along through this to see what it takes to take care of this many guinea pigs. These piggies are super messy and are very high maintenance, so when it comes to being an owner of them, you are never not busy. There is just always something to be done because they are so messy and, again, so needy. But they are my children, and in order to have happy children, you gotta take care of them and give them love. So we're gonna be doing that today, and I'll bring you guys along through that entire process. I gave full cage cleans to a majority of the piggies yesterday, so they got a full cage clean, and already their cage is looking like a hot mess. Of course, you guys should know the culprit by now. The reason why this house is flipped is because of Wanda, her favorite thing to do. She does not let that house stay upright for more than like 2.2 seconds. She looks cute, but she is a menace. I also went ahead and gave a full cage clean to my two bonded boys, and as you guys can see, we got a whole lot of poop that needs to be taken care of as well. Here is our boy Zane, my rescue, who was dumped outside, in case you guys are joining for the first time. He is just my foster, and he is up for adoption, and he is a messy boy, so I'm actually going to be giving him a little bit of a litter box upgrade today, and hopefully by giving him a litter box, he'll stay a little bit cleaner. My trio over here, Winston, Fifi, and Ariel, are in need of a full cage clean. I cleaned their cage about like 4 days ago in terms of a full cage clean, and as of recently, I've been in the mindset of doing like 2 cage cleans per week. I've really been in this habit of making sure that my piggies' cages are clean as much as I possibly can. So I have been doing 2 full cage cleans a week, and honestly, it works out really well for me because not only are the cages cleaner and I can take photos and they look pristine, but also the piggies are happier as well. And it's also kind of peace of mind just knowing that there's less germs in the cage. And then down here, we have Ollie and Eris, and as you guys can see, compared to this cage over here, we have lights actually surrounding the entire perimeter of our cage right here. Not only does it look nice, but it also lights up the bottom cages because they can get fairly dark because they don't really get that much sunlight. But we're kind of struggling with that over here. They definitely need some more light. So I did actually order another pair of the rope lights. So we're gonna go ahead and install those today because it's looking a little bit too much of a cave down there. And I really want my piggies to see a little bit more and a little bit better. So we're gonna go ahead and install those. And you guys can see our toy section is running very low. The piggies are not happy about that. We have only like a few toys left, which is not good because my piggies go through these so fast. So I always need to make sure I have enough on hand every single day. So I went ahead and ran to my studio this morning and grabbed a whole bunch of goodies. Oh, it's very heavy, so I couldn't even hold that with my 2 fingers. A whole bunch of goodies for the piggies to enjoy. So we've got a whole plethora of all kinds of variations of toys that we actually offer on the shop. Again, if you guys are interested in seeing what we offer, I have our website linked down below for you guys to go ahead and shop for your piggies. But yeah, I think Winston is wanting us to get started on his cage first, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, we're gonna set up my tripod first so we can get the best angle for you guys. I know that a lot of you guys actually like watching me clean my cages just because they're super satisfying, and I have to agree, I love seeing people clean, so I want to give you guys the best angle in terms of when it comes to actually cleaning their cages. And it's also super fun to just like see how the piggies interact when I'm like in their cage and like doing my stuff. Thankfully, my piggies are very like used to me at this point. I mean, I've had them for a couple of years now, and I'm in this room every single day and interacting with them, so they're not scared of me at all. So they're just literally chill throughout the entire process and not stressed out whatsoever. I do get a couple comments of like people asking me like, how do I like kind of get my pigs more adjusted to like my presence and like cleaning them and stuff like that. Honestly, it's just like a time thing. As long as you're spending time with your piggies and like just interacting with them. Fifi's currently popcorning right now. She's so cute. And just like in their cage as much as possible, like with your hands in there, with your vacuum, and just like moving things around. Through time, they will get more used to you. So just give yourself a break in case your piggies are kind of like anxious and like stressed out with you being near them. Very common for these small creatures to be that way, but they can learn to be very comfortable with their owner. So just give them time, give them patience, and also most importantly, go at their pace. All right, so the piggies did not finish their veggies last night. They left some peppers behind, but they did eat a fair amount. So at least they got some vitamin C in, but they decided that they wanted to leave Dad a present or some trash to actually take care of. So we're gonna throw these out actually. Priza, Fifi actually did not finish all of them because she's usually the pepper queen. She loves her peppers, but maybe she was full. I actually fed them their pellets like pretty late last night, so maybe that was why. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw these out. I think my trash can is actually pretty filled, but I think we can fit a few more things inside of it. Also, just like a fun fact, I actually like to time my cage cleans around like trash day for me. So trash day for me is on Mondays. That's when they come Monday morning. So typically I actually like to clean out my cages like on the weekends, just because I don't really love to have my piggies trash like sitting around for too long because it can get pretty stinky. So typically I'm doing my full cage cleans on the weekend. So I'm just gonna shake those out. This is the part when Winston gets very excited and he starts to know that a full cage clean is starting to happen. It's so funny, like they're just so aware of like life and like what you're doing, what goes on. They're a very routine animal. So if you are feeding them at the same time in terms of like pellets and also veggies, they know like even before the time actually hits when that time is approaching. They may be small, but they are very, very smart. You're very intellectual. You're very wise. You're wise, Winston. I just scoot you guys down a little bit more so you can see a little bit better. We have obviously our very well-loved bunk bed because we got so many poops in there. So we're gonna have to definitely go ahead and clean that out. So all this stuff will get thrown into the washer. Just have to make sure that I give it a good shake just to get out all the hay and the hair and all the debris. Let me scooch. There we go. Ooh. My spazzy girl. And we'll take out this absorbent mat and then shake it out in the trash. All right, and then for all of this hay that has fallen, ooh, there's a bug, ew. And then for all of the hay that has fallen underneath the mat, we'll go ahead and suck that up with my shop vac. And then to get off all of the pee stains off the wall, pee stains off the wall, and then any little bits of just like smeared poop off the coroplast, I just get my paper towel and my 50% water, 50% white distilled vinegar solution, spray it on here, and then wipe down the entire cage, just get it nice, sanitized, and super duper clean. And you guys can see they jump right on top of it. It gets them super excited. Being on the coroplast is not their favorite just because there's no traction. So they do prefer having something that's a little bit softer on their feet. I mean, you guys should know the drill by this point. I actually like to switch things up every single time I do a cage clean. So their litter box was on this side of the cage. So I'm gonna move it to this side for today. So just to fill in that gap, I'm gonna put a pig mat over here. Excuse me, Ariel. And as you guys can see, again, my piggies are very non-fearful of their dad. They do not mind. They'll literally get in the way of me and everything that I'm trying to do for them, but as they want, they can do. Litter box is actually pretty clean, so they'll get another like day or two out of this. I don't know why, but I always put the canopy actually like right by their litter box. It fits perfectly there, and I feel like it's so cozy because they can kind of just like lay here, but also eat. All right, and then this should fit perfectly. Oh. Excuse me, Winston. I'm like the bull with like the red sheet with him. Fit perfectly right there. Gorgeous. So satisfying when it just fits so nicely. Beautiful. Okay, what are we gonna add back in? Let's do this little tunnel wooden house thingy-mabob. We'll put that there, and then we'll put this little tunnel here. And then we'll also do a piggy dome right here, and I think we'll put this actually in the middle. There you guys go. Fifi may have a little hard time getting under there because of her fur, but underneath that fur, she's actually like a pretty skinny pig. Like she's not big at all. It's just her fur that makes her look big. So I'm curious to know if her fluff will allow her to actually fit in there. We shall see. You're gonna give it a go, girl? No? No. We'll see if she actually ends up being able to do that. Of course, we gotta add in all their toys again. Again, they're running very low. I did not have a lot on hand, so I'm gonna grab actually what's left from our toy box. So we've got our Timothy hoop. We've got our hay roll up. We've got a Timothy twist, and then we've also got our Timothy toss ring. So we've got 4 new toys for them to enjoy. So I'm actually gonna hang that right there. And then the rest I'll just like scatter around for them to kind of discover, search for, and then enjoy. And then there we have a fresh, clean cage for my babies. Oh, Winston has discovered that there's a new toy there. Hi, buddy. You wanna say hi to everyone? There's Miss Ariel, my little fluff ball. I swear, piggies' buttholes are like automatic rifles. Like they just shoot out poop poop like so much. So in a matter of like 3 seconds, I mean, this cage is gonna be covered in poop, but for the time being, I'm gonna appreciate it in the way that it looks right now. I'll probably get a few photos, but it really does make me so happy just seeing my piggy so happy as well. Oh, is she gonna fit in there? Oh, the fluff ball fit. I'm surprised. Wow. Okay, well, that's good to know. Fifi is now enjoying the hay roll up, her absolute favorite toy. I think Winston's gonna come in here for the assist. Yep. So they're gonna be on a little date with each other and share that while Ariel is just hanging out in the litter box. I do need to actually put some more hay in there, so I'm gonna do that in a little bit. Here are the lights we're gonna be installing around the perimeter of the cage. I believe these ones are like 15 feet, so it should be able to wrap around almost the entirety of the cage. I just went ahead and actually plugged in the lights and attached them to be starting in the corner of the cage. So we just have it starting right there. You guys can see the piggies are very interested in the lights. So again, these are actually lights that I purchased from Amazon that are actually meant for indoor and outdoor. So they are waterproof. Great for piggies because they have their water bottles next to these lights. They sometimes shoot their pee. So waterproof is definitely a nice feature to have for these lights. I used to use Christmas lights and they would go out all the freaking time and I'd always have to repurchase new ones. But for these ones, I've used them for I think well over like a year and a half now and they're still lasting. So these are definitely a lot more reliable than the Christmas lights. They're so cute just sharing their toy right now. So I'm literally just going around the perimeter of the entire cage and then just kind of tucking these lights to go around the border. And then this will not only just make it super cozy and light up the perimeter of the cage, but it will also light up the bottom cage really nicely. That's mainly the main reason why I'm doing this. These lights also just kind of give the vibe of like a little piggy town. It just really lights up the space and just makes it really, really cozy. And especially at night, like when I can like dim these because they are dimmable, I just love to make it like very just warm and cozy in here for them without having like the big lights on where it's just like too harsh. So these definitely are more of like an ambient moody light. All right, and then we're just going to work on the back side and then just finish this off. Yeah, it was like literally the perfect length. Just like that. Tuck this down like a little bit more. I actually think they're not on all the way. So they have this dimmer right here. You just hold it down. So that's the dimmest it can go. And then if you hold it down more, it goes even brighter. Yeah, they weren't even all the way on, so it should be even brighter now underneath. Oh yes, it looks so much better, you guys. Hopefully you can tell, but yeah, a lot more light, a lot more you can see, a lot more for the piggies to see as well. So now that the light's done, let's go ahead and actually spot clean their cage, get it nice and clean for them. Nice and spot clean, I went ahead and also laid down 2 pig mats for them. It kind of defeats the purpose of having the absorbent mat and how cute it is, just because you really can't see it anymore with having the pig mats. But because of Ollie being a naked piggy, I wanna make sure he's as warm as possible and as cozy as possible. And also we can't forget about Eris as well, because she does love to be cozy too. But these just provide a nice, soft, cozy, and warm surface for them. And obviously Ollie will definitely go under them, which is totally fine. I let him do that because he loves doing that. But I did want to just give you guys a little look at actually what I do to keep him a little bit more on the extra warm side. And that is that I actually have a heating pad under here, which is right there, that gray mat. I just have this in case any pee goes through the mat. So I actually put that underneath there, put the absorbent mat, and then also the pig mat. So lots and lots of layers of warmth. But, oh, and there he goes. What you doing under there, bud? You like being cozy? Yeah? Like your little blanket, isn't it? You just want to be tucked in there, don't you? So yeah, that is just a way that I actually keep him nice and warm. This actually comes with a little control panel where you can actually control the heat. So I like to actually set it between 5 and 6. 5 actually keeps the surface like warm to the touch, but not to the point where it's like too hot and too burny. So it's perfect on his skin and he really does enjoy it. Also with having so many layers, it's hard for it to get like too hot. But again, if it gets too hot, they can just leave that area. But then you can also set a timer, so you can set it for 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, and then it will just shut off automatically. It is kind of peace of mind just because, you know, heating pads are a little scary. You know, there's some fires that start from them, but it tends to be like ones that are on the older side. But it is really nice to have this feature just in case I am leaving for, you know, a couple hours and I want to make sure that like, you know, my house doesn't catch fire, because that would not be good. But I'm pretty much home like all day for the most part, so I don't normally set a timer. I just kind of leave it on like 24/7. 24/7. But also what's nice about this is it actually comes with a chew-proof cord. So if the piggies have any interest in actually chewing on this, they can't get through the wire, so that's really nice. I mean, it's not really exposed for the most part. The only part that's exposed is that little black bit right there because that's where it kind of starts. But I do put a little house there and they kind of really don't even know it's there. So all good, but I'll put that right there and it doesn't really serve a purpose because it gets moved and then Ollie usually just goes underneath. But we just let the piggies do what they want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and just put in their toys again. And we also need to give them 2 new toys as well. So let's actually pick out 2 from our little bag of goodies. I don't even know at this point that we're gonna be able to like restock our toy shop because we're just handing these new toys out left and right. Let's do one of our Timothy O's. You wanna check that out, Eris? Yeah? Is that good? And then let's do one of our crazy hay balls. That's for you, Ollie. What do we think? You like the crazy hay ball? He's doing a little sniff test. Oh, and there he goes. We'll do our most popular toys at the top, which is our Timothy Poops. The piggies love those. We got a Timothy Carrot. Oh, we got another poop. And we got another poop. Damn, this one's actually huge. Look at that. That's a big poop. Just stand these up nice and neatly. We got another carrot right there. And I think we'll do all of our ball toys actually at the top as well. So we got our popcorn ball. And these I actually got at the Bun Fest. These are blueberry flavored willow balls that are stuffed actually with hay. So I'm actually gonna put those inside of here. Ooh, those smell really good. Wow. Those are super fragrant. Well, that's kind of a special treat for them. What else, what else? We've got one of our Timothy kebabs, which I like to actually hang from here. That right there. We got our Timothy O's, do that right there. And then we've got a whole bunch of Timothy Twists. These are super fun. They are not very big, so they don't last for very long, but the piggies really do like them. So I'll stick those right there. And then we have one of our single rattan hearts. Alrighty, well that is that. Toy area is now restocked and looking much better. But this will not last for very long because again, the piggies love the toys, so they go through them super fast. I'm a little crazy. I like to go a little overboard with my piggies and give them as much enrichment as possible. So I do give them a new toy daily. I don't know, call it a little bit extra, but kind of think it's the right approach to take because they really do get bored super easily. So having as much enrichment as possible is super good for them. We're making strides. We're getting our piggies' cages clean. So we're gonna go ahead and do theirs now. This is my herd's cage. For anyone who has missed it, we're missing actually a pig from this cage. Lennon did pass away, which has been very hard on me and also the piggies. She was actually my first ever rescue that I've ever done. So because of that reason, it was extra hard losing her. So we do only have 4 piggies now here inside this cage, so it does feel different. It does feel empty, but the piggies are doing good. I'm really grateful that they do have each other to kind of rely on for support. Piggies do really go through losses just like we do, and they do feel their emotions. So I'm really in the mindset of just making sure that I'm taking care of them as best as possible during this time for them. Go ahead and shake out their beds and then their pig mats. We've got our discontinued actually pig mat liner. This is like an OG product that I launched. It's actually being used in their cage right now and they really do like it. I don't know, I might bring these back. These are kind of a nice product to have because they're so big and they are super absorbent. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay that back. Just so easy to be able to like shake them out. You guys poop so much, oh my goodness. So much poop. God, I love that shop vac. It literally takes no time at all to like clean up everything. Now the easy part is just a matter of just putting everything back. Do our bed right there. I actually need to clean out their pellet dish. It's very, very dirty. Put your guys' tunnel there, all your toys. And again, they do need some new toys as well. Even though they have a good amount, they do probably want one of our hay toys, so I'll grab that. We're gonna do one of our Timothy Poops and then a Timothy Kebab. The piggies go crazy over this. I mean, I'm not even like setting it up yet and look at them. You guys can't even wait. You guys just love your toys, don't you? And this is their favorite. They probably will go after this before the Timothy Poop. So I'm gonna set this up for you guys. All right, and you'll see guys, they all just come for this. As soon as they hear one piggy munching down on it, they're like, oh my God, I hear Timothy Kebab. All right, we got 3 out of the 4. Vision scoping it out, he knows something's over there. And he's like, how can I get in? He's pissed, you guys. Come on, Vision, I know you can get some. He's making a game plan in his head right now, trying to distract Wanda so he can get a spot. And it worked. They are so freaking adorable, guys. Oh my goodness. You guys like your Timothy Kebab? Oh, Vision's just reaching for the top one. Well, safe to say they're gonna be occupied for some time now, which is very, very good. So I'll leave them to it and we'll get to clean in the bottom cages. just went ahead and cleaned Zane's cage. So we're gonna go ahead and actually give him his first ever litter box. It is a fairly small cage that he has, and this is probably gonna take up almost half the cage, but I don't feel like it's too much of an issue because it still provides him with a big enough surface area for him to like walk and run. And this is like pretty flat in itself, so he can still do his thing like in here and still run around and jump. But again, he is such a messy pig, so he definitely has been needing this for a long time. So it's kind of needed right now. I wish I could extend his cage to be a little bit more, but this is all the space that I have to work with. But I have a feeling he will be getting adopted soon, hopefully, fingers crossed, and be living in a much bigger cage. But a 2x3 is okay for one piggy for the time being. So I'll go ahead and put some Aspen shavings into his litter box. Go ahead and just flatten this out. Ready, fresh hay. Gonna be a little bit of a tight squeeze here, but we'll try. I think this should fit almost perfect in here. Beautiful. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's already loving it. And he's already doing his crazy antics right now, moving his hay rack because he does not like where it is, but typical boy behavior. But there is his new litter box. And I mean, it almost fits perfectly with like a little gap right there. But I do have a feeling that he should stay a little bit cleaner with this new litter box. I feel like the poop is just gonna stay right here. He loves pooping like behind here. And as you guys can see, he doesn't have any chloroplast, so it gets all over the wall and the floors and it gets really, really gross. So I think this is going to be much better. If you guys are wondering where this litter box is from, it is of course from the Pig Room, the best litter box on the market for guinea pigs. Go ahead and check it out. It's linked in our website. I think I'm much happier with this setup now, and I think Zane is too. He's now at eye level with his neighbors, Louie and Mr. Style, so I'm sure he's going to interact with them a little bit more. They actually do not mind having another male as a neighbor, which is really good. I mean, these are like my Buddha boys. They are so calm, so chill, but they get along super, super well. So honestly, I could have like 10 males next to them and they're not gonna be bothered. Piggies are happy, I'm happy, clean cages, clean room. I just went ahead and vacuumed the floor. Our toy shop is now all restocked. I do still need to actually clean out their pellet dishes, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that next. Oop. We just knocked down Dorothy right there. Now the piggies are good until tonight, which is when I actually have to do my nighttime routine for them. If you guys are interested in actually seeing that, let me know down below. It's pretty much the same thing with a few other things added into it. So if you guys are interested, I would be more than happy to film that for you guys. Thank you guys for joining and taking care of my piggies with me. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe for more videos every single week. And until then, I hope you and your piggies are happy, safe, and healthy. Bye guys.